So today we are going to talk about everything that I am starting in March. Hi guys, and thank you so much for coming back to the channel. My name is Maya and this is Fortune Farms. We are just a family who gardens right in our backyard, and we have a goal this year to grow all of our food in our backyard. Now, will we make that goal? I don't know, but I know that we're going to get so close than I've gotten in so many years. But this is not a comprehensive list of everything that you can start in March, and quite honestly, some of these things may also be repeats of things that I started in February just because I succession plan. Let's jump into everything that we will be sowing in the month of March indoors. Now, there will be a second video because I have already started planting things outdoors, direct sown into our garden. So you stay tuned to everything that we are going to direct sow. March for me is one of my favorite months because I feel like you can begin to feel the earth change and from the cold and really bring in that warmth. So if you do not know, I'm from Nebraska. My exact zone is 6A. So what I'm sowing in March might look a little bit different than what you are sowing in March, but it doesn't mean that you cannot sow these as well. If you are not sure of what your zone is, you can go to almanac.com. You'll go to gardening and you can type in your zip code, and it's going to tell you and give you a very helpful guide of when you can actually start your stuff indoors and also outdoors. The first thing we're going to start with is tomatoes. Now, I have, way more tomato varieties than I'm actually probably going to sow this year just because I am trying to maximize the space, and I went with varieties that would also give me like some color, but it would also give me a lot of bang for my buck. So I am starting all of my tomatoes. Now, if you're curious what tomatoes I'm starting, I'm going to tell you. I picked this one because we love cherry tomatoes, and look at that beautiful color. So this will be great in sauces and then just like, anyway, use a tomato, you know. The next one is mushroom basket. Now, I chose this one because this one would be a really great for an heirloom variety, like that beefsteak kind of texture, but just how pretty it looks, I know that this is going to bring so much joy, so I am very excited about this. The next one is the San Marzano tomato. Now, this one was the seed of the year last year. I got this at my local seed share, and I am so very excited. Now, the San Marzano is said to be like a paste tomato, but it is also indeterminate. So a lot of Marzano will be started this month. The next thing is fennel. Now, I've never grown fennel before, and on the back of the package, it says to direct sow in the spring or start indoors early spring. Now, the thing about fennel to me when I look at it, it is very similar to dill. And my dill reseeds itself every year, and it comes up. It's one of the first things that comes up at the beginning of spring. So I'm gonna sow this right now because I know when I get it out there, maybe in the cool, that this is still gonna survive because it is frost hardy. So we're gonna be starting some fennel. Now, how much? I have no idea because I have actually never tasted fennel, but I am very excited to grow it, and we are starting it in the month of March. Next things that I am starting currently right now is a repeat of cilantro. I'm going to succession plant cilantro, and this time I'm actually going to do these way closer together because I just want to kind of experiment with how to start cilantro. Also, I am going to do mint. Mint is also very new to me. I love mint. Obviously, this is going to be a container. If you are new to grow to mint, do not put this in your garden because it will overtake your garden, okay? This one says to start 6 to 8 weeks before your last frost, so we are right on track. The thing with mint is that mint, they say, also likes heat to germinate. So this one will also be going under the heat mat along with the tomatoes. The next thing that I am starting in the month of March is greens. Now, this is not a comprehensive list of the greens because I have so many more in here and up there. I just did not want to wrangle them everywhere. That I have them just because I have been sowing them upstairs in my little living lettuce box. Just, you know, your regular, here's a Rocky Top salad blend. I've got a Landis winter lettuce. I did this last year. I really like it. A mustard green. We've got some collards. We've got some endive. So there are a lot of things that I am So there are a lot of things that I have started from February just so that I can put some maybe in the green stock. These are great because I am gonna succession plant these. I am honestly not a big fan of mustard greens, so tell me if you're a big fan of mustard greens. Now the next thing that I am starting indoors is beets. Now I saw my girl at Gingerfoot Garden. I will tag her down below. I love following her Instagram and on YouTube, but I saw that she had started beets indoors. So I'm gonna do what she did and I'm gonna tweak it a little bit. I'm gonna start them later. I'm gonna start these in soil blocks so I do not disturb their roots, and I'm gonna see if I can place them into the garden. I'm also thinking about doing the same thing with carrots. So the really cool thing with gardening is that you can do so many cool experiments to see what works for you, what's with your soil, growing things, and that's how we learn, right? And if you are not a big fan of beets, let me suggest to you my girl golden beets. She's golden for a reason because she tastes amazing. So if you're not into like the regular red beet or like a beet relish, golden beets, she's your girl. She's what you want, okay? Take her home. Treat her nicely. Now, these last ones are flowers. Well, it's not really grown a lot of flowers besides nasturtium. So I am kind of just taking a guess by looking at the seed packets and doing research on when I should start these. So, little secret, your girl has really not grown a lot of flowers. That is my #1 vegetable garden crime, is not getting more flowers in the past, because you need flowers. You need them. You need flowers because they're going to help bring in those beneficial pollinators. The pollinators is things that are going to eat them. Like, it just really helps to create a thriving ecosystem to bring in flowers in your garden. So I'm going to show you everything that I am planting in March. Now, if you are a flower person, if you do a cut flower garden and you say, girl, no, you're doing it too early, leave a comment below, because when it comes to flowers, I'm a beginner, okay? The first ones are marigolds. Now I have 2 different variety of marigolds. These are gonna go inside of the garden beds because they are a dwarf, like one that's not gonna take up too much space or like shade anything out. So this is small, right along the edges. This is gonna be so good. I'm very excited for marigolds this year. I saw it in so many people's gardens and I am so excited to grow these. Now, this one, however, is a sugar and spice marigold, and this one is a 16-inch plant, okay? So this baby is tall. So I grew this one more for my cut flower part of the garden in the middle, but I am so very excited. Both marigolds, both beautiful, and both being sown in March. Next we have aster. Aster says you need to sow these 6 to 8 weeks. This is also like a long stem cut flower variety. Asters are one of those that you need to sow every 2 weeks. So I am excited to see how these go. This one is a multicolor one, so we will see what we get. Neighbors have snapdragons and they are like the absolutely most beautiful flower that I see every single day, so I had to have in my own garden. But I am very excited. These are gonna get really, really tall as well. They're gonna go in my cut like flower area. So I am starting these in the month of March. And for our final 2 flowers, we have a Tip Talk Alaska Salmon Nasturtium and a Calendula Pacific Beauty Mix. So when it comes to nasturtium, you can get ones that are a vining variety or ones that are like almost a bushy variety. Last year I did not know that, and I got a vining one, and it's very beautiful, but it does way better in a basket for me and how my raised beds are is than actually in my beds. But I want the benefits of the nasturtium, so I made sure that this year I got a variety that was going to be more bushy than viney, and this one is absolutely beautiful, and I'm so excited. And I am so excited to grow in the garden. This one says to start 4 to 8 weeks before your last frost, so we are right on time. Now calendula has so many good herbal medicinal benefits. I have some dried calendula upstairs and I often make teas with it, and this is really good in like salves. It's really good like if you want to do it as an oil for like baby rash, which dandelion oil is also really amazing for a baby rash. Let me know if you want to hear about that, because I have a toddler and the only thing that I've ever used on his rashes are dandelion oil. Dandelion oil is super underrated, but let me know if you want to hear about that. But calendula is one that I'm probably going to mix with that dandelion oil and also make and also make stuff on its own. So like a salve for your hands, for your face, for your body. Calendula is definitely a must-have in the garden. That is every single thing that we are starting in the month of March. Let me know what you are growing in March that I am not growing in March, or any tips and tricks. As always, thank you so much for being here. You are wonderful, you are awesome, you are dope, and I am so thankful for you. Bye!